What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Back at it today with another 10-year realistic rebuild, and today we have the New York Knicks. We're going to go ahead and jump in, talk about RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and do this 10-year Knicks realistic rebuild. Let's go. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. These 10-year videos take quite a bit of time to make, so if you enjoy them, definitely drop a like. But the New York Knicks, man. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. It's a very interesting big three in the Eastern Conference. They've had their bright spots. They've had their not so bright spots. So I'm not really sure, who's going to stick around for the long term. I'm going to assume we don't keep Julius Randle throughout the whole video. I'm just going to make that assumption right now. RJ Barrett is probably somebody at 22 years old. I think I could probably get away with keeping him throughout. And then you have like Randall. Like I said, I'm not getting rid. I'll probably end up getting rid of him. And Brunson, we'll see. We'll see about him. But the rest of the roster, as we know, the Knicks are kind of just waiting maybe on the next available star. They tried to get Donovan Mitchell. That clearly did not work out. And we all know what Donovan Mitchell is doing in Cleveland now. There's been some ramblings and rumors about them getting Shea if he became available. And the likelihood of that happening just seems very slim at this point. But regardless, we are going to simulate the rest of the season with the roster currently as constructed, and we're just going to see how this goes. Now, they do have Emmanuel Quickly starting, which is not really what it is. It's Quentin Grimes. So Brunson, Grimes, Randall, Robinson. All right, I just read that so backwards. Brunson, Grimes, Barrett, Randall, Robinson, Quickly, Toppin, Zay Hardenstein, Derrick Rose, Cameron Reddish. So that is your rotation. We're going to simulate the rest of the season. Clearly, this team is not winning a championship this year, so there is some moves and adjustments that need made this offseason, and we are going to do that once we get there. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number, and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options, so this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. Prize Picks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. So at the end of the season, we ended up finishing in the play-in tournament as the A seed, and we get the Brooklyn Nets. So Julius Randle, as we know, has been having a really good season. So I'm not like on the rush to trade him. Honestly, what I think I'm going to do is try to keep this big three intact and make a trade outside of that, because they do have some assets outside of all this big three, outside of Randall, Brunson, and RJ Barrett. They actually have some expiring contracts and some other stuff they can use in a trade. So that's kind of my game plan here. I don't feel like getting rid of them, getting rid of one of these guys just yet, but eventually we probably will be moving on. We do end up losing to the Nets, so we have another chance of getting to the playoffs. We have to play the Pacers to get there, and we do beat them. So we did make the playoffs to play the Boston Celtics in round 1, which is not going to be an easy task at all. So there's a good chance we get eliminated here. But hey, we made it, I guess, in the current round against the Celtics, and we don't even get a single game. We get swept, and that is an unfortunate way to end the first season, but, it's kind of where we knew we'd be at. So many current round, and you got the Grizzlies going on to win the championship. So I think the biggest thing this offseason is to get that superstar player that the Knicks have assets and ammunition for. So that is the game plan. We're going to look at draft lottery. I don't think we're going to have anybody's lottery pick this offseason. As far as draft picks are concerned, we get 15 and we have 23. So that's 2 first-round picks we can use. And then, like I said, we got some young players. We're definitely going to be able to do something this offseason, whether I have to draft the players first and then make a trade, because obviously a lot of my young players are going to be on options, and I have to accept them after the draft, which really sucks. Wish 2K would fix that, but still, we're going to figure it out. And I am going to be making a trade for some star this offseason, because the time is now to do that, I feel like. So we're going to do that. So going into this video, it was honestly kind of clear that Shea would be the best route to go if I really wanted to make an impact and go win a championship. But like I said, regardless of the Thunder wanting to rebuild here, and there have been rumors about it, I just don't think it's going to happen. Now, one thing that has been kind of talked about, and we don't know if this is going to happen or not, but it is interesting because there's 2 guards over here in Atlanta, and we all know the team in real life is kind of struggling. You have Trae Young and Murray. One or the other would be great to get. And the Knicks, like I said, have assets. Of course, do I want more? Trae Young, of course. So what I could do is I could grab Trae Young, put him on this team, even though Knicks fans and Trae Young don't get along. But hey, if they were on the same team, maybe it wouldn't matter too much. So if I can get Trae Young, I would be ecstatic with that. Now, I will say, I feel like Murray and a Brunson backcourt work a lot better than a Trae Young and Brunson backcourt, but I think you have to go for the star player and just try to make it work. And maybe we don't keep Brunson throughout the video, like I said. So get the better overall talent. I'm going to try for Trae Young, and I'm also going to try for Murray. But of course, we're going to try for Young first. I may not have the assets right now because everybody, you know, like I said, I'm not under contract. So Robinson is, Barrett. I'm not trading any of these guys. I guess I could trade Brunson theoretically, but I don't want to. Isaiah Hartenstein, Evan Fournier. So yeah, I kind of have to wait till after the draft in order to do anything here. I'm going to have quickly back, Toppin. I'm going to have young players in order to make this offer to the Hawks because it's going to be impossible probably to get it done without it, I would imagine. So once we're past the draft, I'm going to draft whatever I get. It doesn't even matter because, like I said, I'm flipping those assets immediately for Trae Young or Murray. Like I said, I'm trying to go for Trae Young. I'm offering Derrick Rose and Fournier's salary to kind of make it work, unless if I don't need one of the others. So yeah, I can get rid of one of them and I can put 2 draft picks here instead. So I'm trying to go for Trae Young. He's going to cost a lot. It's going to be weird to have Young and Brunson as a backcourt, like I said, but hey, I'm going to make it work somehow. So I'm also going to offer this Pistons unprotected. Well, yeah, I'm going to offer that. I'm going to offer this Pistons unprotected and my Knicks 2026. I think this will be worth it. We bring in Trae Young as the next superstar that the Knicks wanted to get. I think it's overall worth it. And just like that, they do end up agreeing. And we have Trae Young in New York. So now we have a brand new big 4 of Trae Young, Brunson, Randall, RJ, and then Robinson still as the starting center. So it's kind of interesting. Like I said, it's going to be weird to have Brunson and Trae Young play together. It may not work, but we don't have to keep it, you know, throughout the video. We have Trae Young now, and that's the guy we're probably going to build around with RJ Barrett alongside him. Randall and Brunson are just kind of here for now as we are, you know, kind of in our window of opportunity to win a championship. We also kept Hartenstein as well as a backup center. We also have Jared Walker we just drafted, so it's another young player that we could be very excited about. Quentin Grimes is still here as well. We didn't have to trade him. And then Derrick Rose is here. Probably end up flipping him, though, just because he's 34 years old, and I feel like we can get something for him with that salary. So that is kind of the route we went, and now you have Reddish as a free agent, which might be able to bring him back. We'll see. Now, as far as what I want to bring in here to be a backup, you have like Carter, Cameron Payne, Burks, Reeves. Austin Reeves is kind of interesting. Terrence Davis. Actually, we have Quentin Grimes. I don't need Austin Reeves. Unless if I can move Reeves to like small forward, be 6'5". I have like Jalen McDaniels, Damian Lee, Cameron Reddish. Like I said, we could just get him back and, you know, let him develop as much as possible. But we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to just go for Cameron Reddish and sign like a backup point guard like Cameron Payne. We can give Cameron Payne like a 3-year deal. So we can have like 3 very small guards, I guess, running this rotation. So Cameron Payne would be a very nice backup point guard to have, like I said. And then we can kind of trade Derrick Rose for whatever we can get. So let's go ahead and do that. So Derrick Rose, as much as I appreciate and like you as a person, you are going to go down overall like crazy. So I feel like it's in our best interest to get something for you now rather than later. So you get like a first-round pick and take on Duncan Robinson's contract. That's not a terrible idea. The Hornets give me 2 firsts. You got KCP and a second-round pick from the Nuggets. Chris Duarte, Larry Nance, and Devontae Graham. Okay, Livers. Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher on the Raptors is interesting. You also can get Jayshawn Tate, Gafford. I guess if the Wizards thought Derrick Rose could be a starting point guard again or something like that. But I think my favorite trade, which is kind of the weirdest one, is we get a first-round pick for taking on Duncan Robinson's contract. I think that's the one I'm going to do because later on I can always flip Robinson's contract, so at least I get a first out of it. I think that first could become valuable down the line. So you know what? Give me Duncan Robinson and a first-round pick. I'm so okay with that. And now we have Robinson's salary here for at least for now. So very happy with that. Trae Young, Cameron Payne, Quentin Grimes going to develop Brunson. You have Duncan Robinson, which I don't plan on playing him. We're probably going to have to play Jared Walker, and then we just need like a 4 that we can rely on. So like an Ingles. Cameron Reddish, like I said, I was bringing him back. So Cameron Reddish is like my best choice at this point. So bringing him back to be our brand new small forward, backup small forward, and I think that is going to be our offseason, unless we can sign Watanabe as well, just in case for some more depth. Bring him into New York, and boom, just like that, we have had our offseason. So let's go to player progression. Brunson does go down as expected. Barrett and Trae Young are probably the 2 guys that we're keeping long-term. Isaiah Hartenstein, Cameron Payne, Reddish, Watanabe, Quentin Grimes, Sims. There's definitely a lot to be excited about. We still have assets to technically make like another big trade if we want to, because we do. We have salaries. We still have a couple of other young players. Like, we're in a good position right now. So it's just hope and pray that next season we can be a contender with Trae Young joining the helm. Trae Young makes All-NBA third team for the New York Knicks, which is great to see. Like I said, he is a long-term piece to a long-term plan, and it's kind of funny because we draw the Atlanta Hawks in round 1, which is so interesting. But 29 from Trae Young, 22 from RJ Barrett, 19 from Julius Randle, 15 from Brunson, 11 from Cameron Payne off the bench, 9 from Reddish, 7 from Isaiah Hartenstein, and 6 and 9 from Mitchell Robinson. So clearly there's still some more work to be done. Like I said, I didn't really know if I even trusted a Brunson and Trae Young backcourt. We were kind of just stuck with it for now, but eventually we are going to make that change probably. Brunson is going to soon be an expiring contract, or he has a player option, I guess, and Randall, kind of same thing. Barrett and Trae Young are the two guys I keep saying that I'm going to keep long-term. But we get the Atlanta Hawks in round 1, which I find very interesting. They have Quickly, Murray, Cameron Whitmore, Capella, Collins, DeAndre Hunter, Okongwu, Bogdan, AJ Griffin, Obi Toppin, Johnson, Keontae George. So, very interesting team in Atlanta. It would be kind of ironic, though, if we did lose to them in round 1 based off how we got their star player. Somebody current round against Atlanta, and yeah, that's very ironic. I'm going to be honest with you. So, we get swept in round 1. Clearly not where we want to be as a roster. So I think there's some more changes that need to be made this offseason. Getting swept by the team we traded for their star player is not a good sign at all. So Garland and Cavs beat the Thunder in 6 games. And yeah, there's more moves that need to be made this offseason 100%. This seems like a backwards move, but I'm going to be sending Jalen Brunson over to the Raptors for Nick Smith Jr. and a 2025 first round pick. Basically, Nick Smith Jr. is an absolute stud in the simulation. He just is. I mean, we literally had him in the Wizards video yesterday, but there's an out on Jalen Brunson, and I think Nick Smith Jr. is the perfect replacement for him, who is super young, and he's going to score in bunches. So I think I really like this trade for us. So I'm sending Brunson because I don't think a Brunson and Trae Young backcourt is going to work very well, and we just saw that this season. We literally got swept in round 1. Although we got to the playoffs, it did not really work out. So now we went younger there, and yeah, we got worse in overall, but I think it was the best decision to make here. Julius Randle, as far as he is concerned, I think I'm going to keep him 1 more year, and once he accepts his player option, I assume next year, that's probably when I'll move him. So we're going to roll with him for now, and now we have kind of a younger shooting guard, Nick Smith Jr., that I really, really believe in. So I honestly am hoping that works out for me, but I think it will. So the only thing we could do now is really just go into next season. We just kind of got worse just so we could be younger. We have the 26th overall pick in this draft as well. I'm going to let my assistant GM take care of it. I really don't even care who they take. I'm going to sign him Wesley Yates. Welcome to the team. So we'll sign him. Player options, Grimes and Sims will bring back. And then Miles McBride, if he comes back, that's great too. Don't think we have any important free agents to worry about, so I'm not even going to worry about it. And then I think we have a good bench that I'm not even worried about signing anyone. So let's just go into next year and hope that this team with a new look can change things. I think they can. I really do. I think with Nick Smith Jr. being a little bit taller at the 2 spot, it's going to just go way better. It's going to flow a lot better. So player progression, let's see where we're at. So Nick Smith Jr. already up to a 79 overall. Like I said, the man's only going to get better. So now he's part of this big 3 with Trae Young and Murray going forward. And then obviously you have like Jared Walker is going to continue to develop with him. So we kind of have the next wave of the team eventually. And we'll see if this simulation goes a little bit better for us. Hoping it does. We'll see what happens. So at the end of this season, we only finish 40 and 42. And once again, we meet Atlanta. So 23 from Trae Young, 18 from Randall, 18 from RJ, 16 from Nick Smith Jr., 13 from Reddish, 11 from Payne. So far, the Trae Young experiment has not worked. It just hasn't. We haven't really had the success we're looking for. But eventually, I think we are going to turn around. I'm not really worried about it. We have time. So let's see if we can get past. We do. So we end up getting in the playoff. We get in the dance, which is all you want. Don't know if that means anything, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This is our rotation. They want to have Watanabe over Quentin Grimes. I'm going to play Quentin Grimes because we already have Jared Walker playing in there. So let's see if we can find a way to upset the Celtics. I highly doubt it, but you never really know. So many current round against Boston. And maybe, just maybe, we beat them in 6. Okay. Our first success has been tasted. We get out of round 1, and now we get the Indiana Pacers in round 2. So that is a good sign of things to come forward. Don't know what that means. We get to play Halliburton and the Pacers. Somebody current round against them, and we lose in 7. We literally had a 3-0 lead and lose in 7. Okay. Not good, not good. All right. It's all good, though. We're ready to go ahead and see who wins the championship, and this offseason is going to be very crucial. I'm getting impatient at this point. Rockets going to win the championship. We got to make something happen. We can't just keep stringing along and not getting to where we want to be. We have 15 and 18 in this draft, so let's go ahead and see who we can get. Got Isaiah Evans on the board. I'll take him. And at number 18, we'll take, we can take John Bull. I don't know if he's related to Bull or not, but welcome to the team as well. That will be my draft. So outside of the lottery, very outside of the lottery, we get a 74-72. Got a 71 as well in the round 2. I guess I'll sign him. So player options, got Julius Randle actually declining, which it might be okay. Maybe I didn't get anything for him, and I'll take the L on that, but don't think I'll be re-signing him. Quentin Grimes, Miles McBride. I wouldn't mind Quentin Grimes back, but we'll see. Free agency. I don't know if that opened up money for me to like sign Giannis. Actually, oh, never mind. I was going to say, I was like, oh, wait, we're a little bit off, but no, that is not the case at all. So Randall is a free agent and we don't have any cap space, but the biggest thing I know we have is that Duncan Robinson salary. We have that Duncan Robinson salary, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think we could do something with it. So Robinson's salary is going to be kind of crucial here, along with some other things. I'm not done making a move. So right now, Trae Young, Knicks Jr. is my backcourt locked in. RJ, great. The front court is where I struggle with it. I don't like Jared Walker or Robinson anymore as my starters. So if I can get a really good power forward or center here, that is the game plan. My target here is Jaren Jackson Jr. on the Memphis Grizzlies, averaging 19 and 3 blocks per game. There's not more you could want from a power forward, in my opinion. So gonna try to get this to go through. I'm gonna offer Wesley Yates, some of my young players that I have down here, Isaiah Evans, along with Robinson's contract, and John Bull, who we just drafted. Looks like I can't throw that in here. So I'm gonna throw my 2027 pick and my 2029 pick. So 2 young players and 2 draft picks for Jaren Jackson. They do not agree to that right away. Let's see if I can throw Walker in here as well. So all this for Jaren Jackson, and they do agree. So we give up a haul and a half, but we get Jaren Jackson as our brand new power forward who fits the same timeline as Trae Young and not Murray. I'm used to saying Johnson Murray, but RJ Robinson still here as well. So we have our starting 5 and we have a couple bench pieces. Now it is time to get to work in free agency to continue to build this championship contender. I'm signing Mo Bamba and Quentin Grimes to be my brand new shooting guard, power forward, or whatever, or center, I should say, with Mo Bamba. I could re-sign Randall as well, but I think it would just be weird in a logjam. So not going to go for Julius Randle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have our 9-man rotation with Jaren Jackson joining the fold. Julius Randle's officially gone, and now we have the team. I'm actually really confident in winning a championship. I think all pieces fit together very nicely. So this is where it officially starts for me. The expectations for me have officially been raised ultra high. Nick Smith Jr. hasn't developed as much as I would have wanted him to, but we're still going to rely on him to be really good. We'll see. So we're going into next year with championship expectations, even though I probably should have had that already with the team we've had so far. But this year, I really think the bar is set. We need to go win one. At the end of the season, we end up finishing as the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. I have to feel pretty good about that. We had 23 from Trae Young, 21 from RJ, 18 from Jaren Jackson, 17 from Nick Smith Jr., 15 from Reddish, 10 from Cameron Payne, and then 7 from Mitchell Robinson, 6 from Quentin Grimes, 5 from Mohamed Bamba. So we'll see, man. I don't know if this team's going to win a championship. We're definitely in the running here. We have a really nice team that I think can get it done, led by Trae Young. We'll see what happens. We get Miami in round 1. They have Bones Highland, Tyler Hero, Jimmy, Jovic, Bam Adebayo, Clay off the bench. A very good team in Miami. Similarly current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 7. Very close matchup. But now we get the Atlanta Hawks, which is a team we all know. They have Keontae George, Cameron Whitmore. They signed Jason Tatum, and they have Patrick Williams, Caleb Foster. A very, very interesting Atlanta team, especially with Jason Tatum joining them. I'm a little nervous about this one. Somebody current round. And we're down 2-1. Down. We even it up. Can we go up 3-2? We do beat them in 6. Yes, we do. We're in the East Conference Finals. Okay. That's a big step in the process, but now we get Cleveland. Cleveland, they still have Donovan Mitchell, and now they have Şengün and Allen as their front court instead of Mobley. Okay, interesting. I didn't know I could steal Mobley from them. Man, I would love to have Evan Mobley in a rebuild other than just having him in Cleveland. Like, come on, man. How you guys let him go? Şengün and Jarrett Allen's we'll see what happens. Game 1, where you actually beat them by 6. Garland 43-9, but Trae Young 33-10. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. We beat them in 5. Yes, we do. We're in the NBA Finals with Trae Young leading the way, and now we get the Rockets. So this could be our first chance at a championship. They have Fultz, Jalen Green, Middleton, Jabari, Wembanyama, and Murray off the bench. Oh, and Xavier Booker off the bench. Oh, they have a very tough team. Very tough team. I don't know if we win it here. Yeah. Kind of figured. So, I guess we win game 4. We win game 5. Do we win game 6? No. We've made it interesting for a second. But we lose to the Rockets. They had such a good stacked bench that it was just never going to happen for us there. A lot of retirements here, as you can see. But we got another huge offseason ahead of us. I don't know if there's going to be much changes, though, to be honest with you. So, we're just going to run it again and hope the Rockets, I guess, lose a bunch of players. So a very interesting offseason has occurred. I've lost quite a bit in free agency. That's kind of where we're at this point. So basically, I was able to resign Jaren Jackson, which is great. We got Zeke Naji maybe as our new starting center. So I don't know how that's going to go. Mo Bamba here as well. Quentin Grimes is back. So Right now, our starting five is still set in stone. Don't get me wrong, but the bench and our center position just got really bad. It got really bad really quickly. So Cameron Payne is someone we could still bring back, which I honestly probably have to at this point because there's not a ton of options. So Cameron Payne, I am giving a 2-year deal to because, like I said, the team just got very much worse. So not keeping Robinson might have been a bad idea, but I thought I had to go in a different direction. I'm signing Caleb Martin as well. And now we have Zeke Naji as our starting center. Don't really know what to expect out of that. Hopefully Nick Smith Jr. develops like crazy here. He's up to an 83 or something, which he is up to an 83. So that's nice. And then Mo Bamba. And then, yeah, so Naji can space the floor, which is nice. I don't know if he's really an ideal starting center. Or you could have like Jaren Jackson maybe playing a little bit more center or whatever because he can block shots, whatever. So don't know what to expect. We just got to the finals last year. Our depth is definitely not as good as the Rockets. I could have signed like Scotty Barnes, but I didn't think it'd be worth it to lose Jaren Jackson and everyone else. Maybe not re-sign Mitchell Robinson was not a great idea. We'll see what happens. We've made it to the playoff dance as the 4th seed, but we'll see if we end up winning a championship. 27, 21, 21, and then 17, which actually it's really promising to see Nick Smith Jr. averaging 21. Now, I think I have to pay Nick Smith, RJ, and Trae Young all in one offseason, so that's going to be very, very expensive, but I think it's what we're going to have to do. I can't just lose Trae Young for nothing. Cameron Payne is a nice bench addition. Zeke Naji, like I said, Mo Bamba was actually starting at center for us. Neither one is an ideal, don't get me wrong, but whatever. It's kind of what we're stuck with once I let Robinson go. We get the Miami Heat again. You have Tyler Hero and Stephen Curry rather than Jimmy Butler, which is kind of interesting. Somebody occur around against the Miami Heat, and we beat them in 5. So we get out round 1, which is great. But now we get the Cavaliers, which J.J. Taylor, Jarrett Allen. So I guess they don't have Evan Mobley anymore, or I guess Şengün either. So that's kind of a good sign. Somebody occur around against them. We beat them in 4. So, hey, we got back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Still a very good team. We get the Hawks again, who have only gotten better with Keontae George developing. Still have Cameron Whitmore, Patrick Williams. Still a very good team. In Atlanta, still a good team. We'll see what happens. Somebody come around, and this time we actually still beat them in 6, and we're back-to-back finals bound. But now we have to play the Rockets again, and we kind of noticed how good their team was last year, and that has remained the same. Not a whole lot has changed. Their bench is absolutely insane. So game 1, we down 1-0. We even it up. Game 3, they're up. Game 4, we win. Can we win game 5? No. Game 6, game 7. Okay, the fact that we're even pushing this team this far is impressive in my mind. I mean, I'd be impressed if we win a championship here because winning over this Rockets team that is just stacked with depth is not easy. But, I mean, we'll see. We're trying to push it, but it's just not going to happen. Just too good of a roster, man. The Rockets go on to win. Just having Booker and Murray off your bench, that is insane. So, unfortunately, once again, we lose. It looks like we're the best team in the East right now. We've gotten there twice, but the Rockets are the team that are just so stacked. It's just kind of impossible with Webb and Jabari, Booker, and Murray off the bench, plus Middleton. That is crazy. Of course, here we are in free agency, and it'd be kind of funny if we went Luka. Oh, I mean, we could technically sign Luka, but I think I'd have to renounce everybody to do that. So, obviously, the big 3 here is the team that keep leading us to the finals, and as much as I think I could maybe, like, that'd be so cool if I could replace, obviously, Luka with Trae Young, like, replace Trae Young with Luka. Don't think that's going to be possible, though, and we're not even in the number 1 running. He might go to the Wizards, so I think it's best we just sign Trae Young back, obviously. There's really no way around it. So I'm not renouncing anyone, though. Luka Doncic goes to the Wizards, obviously, as we know. Nick Smith Jr. and RJ are both restricted. I don't know why RJ is restricted, but he is for some reason. And it keeps suggesting, hey, renounce those other 2. Doesn't make any sense. Who did it say that matched it? The Wizards. So maybe they didn't get... Wait, should I wait? Should I... Like, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me try something. Luka might still be... Or no, he's not here. Never mind. So, all right, let me just get Trae Young back. Trae Young, welcome back. And Nick Smith Jr., kind of same thing. Welcome back. We got to sign you. Really don't have a choice. So, Nick Smith Jr., front court stays the same. We have a big 4, but it looks like we can sign maybe someone. Christian Coloco might have to be our starting center or something. So, that'll be my guy that I go for. So, Coloco, which I do like him. Don't get me wrong, but it's tough still. McDaniel. So what do we need the most off the bench? We have Cameron Payne, Trae Young, Quinn Grimes, Nick Smith Jr. We need a front court player or forward mostly. So McDaniels or Sarge does that for us, and I'll grab McDaniels. So just going to simply run it again. I mean, we've made it to the finals 3 years in a row or 2 years in a row. We'll see if we can make it a 3rd year. Maybe this time we could beat the Rockets. Maybe we'll see, but we still have to get past everyone else in the East. But Nick Smith Jr. being up to an 88 overall is actually really nice. Really, really nice. This is what I traded for. Jalen Brunson would have never have gotten this good, and I'm glad to see him up to an 88. Let's keep it going. Once again here as the 4 seed, and last year we got to the playoffs as the 4 seed. We are playing the Hawks again, which we've beaten them twice in a row now. I don't know if we'll be able to make it 3 times. We'll see. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 7. Closer I would have wanted to have been, but hey, we beat them. That's what matters. Chicago, on the other hand, they have LaMelo Ball in Chicago now, and Lonzo. So LaMelo and Lonzo playing together in Chicago. A lot of fun there, but hopefully we can beat them. Somebody current round against them, and they're up 2-1. We are down 3-1, and that might be all she wrote, boys. Oh, wait a minute. Game 7. We lose. Okay. The Rockets might get there again, and this time it is the Rockets again. The Rockets are just dominant right now, and so even if we got there, we're probably losing. I mean, look at that team, man. They got Damian Lillard now as well. Will Dame get his ring? Yes, he does. The Rockets win a championship, and well, it's back to the drawing board once again. Well, here I am on draft night trying to build up my depth. So I'm going to trade Grimes, Koloko, a first, and Sanders over to the Raptors for Banton and Cameron Johnson. So we're going to make that trade happen. And the biggest thing for this team is we need a center that I can actually trust. I don't really, or I guess maybe we could just play Jaren Jackson in the center and get a better power forward, which we just got Cameron Johnson. We'll see what the solution is because we're running out of time. We've gotten to the finals twice, but we have not won a championship at all in this video, which is just not great. I mean, you got 10 years to do this. Not winning one is just never a good feeling. So Vince Williams is here. What center could I sign? We got Zeke Naji once again, which actually I could give him a bag, which actually could come in clutch here. So I can give Zeke Naji a very nice deal, and I'm going to do just that. If I can not renounce McDaniels, I can bring him back too. That'd be great. So gonna do that, and then I don't have bird rights on anyone, but let's see. So I can sign like RJ Hampton to a nice deal as well. Cameron Reddish I can bring back. Lou Dort's still there. So we actually have the ability to sign a really good bench player. So now that we are able to do that, Delano Banton as backup point guard is fine. Cameron Johnson's great. We have Zeke Naji as the center, at least for now. But I want to sign and trade Zeke Naji and maybe Bull and Bird and see if there is a center out there making 19 million and we can get him on the team. You know what? Instead, we're going for Jonathan Isaac and Monte Morris as our, 2 new additions to the team, I guess. So we got depth at a lot of spots now. So depth, it might be the answer. I don't know. I'm moving Banton to the 2, I guess. So we're going to have Monte Morris, Delano Banton. No small forward now. Isaac, Cameron Johnson. What I'm doing is this might not work, but I'm going to move Jaren Jackson to center. Don't know if it'll work, but I got to do something. So Jonathan Isaac is going to play that power forward spot. And then at this point, the only thing that there is left to do now is sign a center. And someone I really love is Naz Reid. So that is the solution for me. And now we can sign like Chumo Kiki to be a minimum small forward for us. So that is the solution. We'll see if that turns out into a good one. We're trying to win at least one championship within these last 3 seasons. So we'll see what happens. Second seed in the Eastern Conference for us once again. Here were your player stats. 28 from Trae Young, 26.5 from Nick Smith Jr. So he is really starting to come into his own way. 18.5 from RJ. 15 and 2 blocks from Jaren Jackson. 9 from Naz Reid off the bench. 8 from Banton. 7.5 and 4. So I think this is our best chance. I really do. I think this roster, it gives me the best chance to have won a championship in this video. But we'll see what happens because everyone's roster is just like the further you go, everyone else, is just kind of stacked. So somebody current around against Indiana, and we are going to beat them in 7. A lot closer I would have wanted to have been, but again, we get out around 1. That's all that matters. Get the Wizards now, who have Luka Doncic. Oh, man, I'm not feeling good. Porzingis and Luka are reunited together, which is interesting. Game 1, we're up 1-0, beat them by 20. We're up 2-0. 2-1, can we go up 3-1? No, don't let them win 3 straight. Beat them in 6. No, game 7. Oh, game 7s, I don't like it. Game 7 against DC. Can we come out here and win and go to the East Conference Finals and have a chance at going to win a championship? We have the lead for now. Got to hang on to it, though. Got the lead, and it looks like we're moving on. So we do beat them 114-132. Playing Luka Doncic is never fun. So now it is Cleveland once again. And look at the other side. Houston. Do they still have DeJounte? What? How have they kept this man? He's on the last year of his deal. Finally on the last year. I mean, that team, once again, the point guard isn't as good, I guess, but we got to focus on Cleveland first. So Cleveland, they have Donovan Mitchell, Garland still, Gafford, Jarrett Allen. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3, up 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. We beat them in 5. Beat them in 6. Come on, let's go. In the finals. Are San Antonio Spurs about to take down the Rockets? Come on, San Antonio, do it. Do it, San Antonio. It's the Rockets. It's the Rockets. I thought the Spurs were going to do it for me. They have Wagner. They have a good team in their own right. Wow. All right, here we go. I'm not excited about this one. Game 1, up 1-0. Game 2, up 2-0, 3-0, and that is just... do I just call it GG's on that note, man? Like, that's so irritating, man. That sucks so badly. Like, what is... No, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Can't give up just yet. If we run into the Rockets again and we lose, I might have to call it GG's. But I got to keep it going, man. That might have been our best chance. The Rockets have beaten me 3 times in a row once we've gotten there. But we got to keep it going. I'm trading Isaac Montemorris, Cameron Johnson in a second over to the Clippers for Lonnie Walker and Marcus Smart. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we had to get better somewhere. So kind of did just that. And now we really don't have a power forward again in this situation. So... probably need to flip one of these guys into a power forward real quick. So whoever that may be, it's probably Marcus Smart at this point. So Smart, if you can get me a good power forward, that'd be great. So Baisley might have to just fit the bill. Corey Kispert, not a bad option. But Baisley, I think we do. And we're trading a 2031 second round pick. So Baisley is our new power forward, I guess. And we're running it again. We're going to see what happens. I mean, obviously at this point, we really are just hoping we could take down the Rockets. Now, the only problem with that is I know for a fact that the Rockets ended up getting DeJounte Murray back, which I thought they'd lose him, but he is back on the team. So now your rotation, relatively the same with a just, whatever bench we can kind of snag away. So proficiency, 4-star balance with Billy Donovan as the head coach now. You can go up to 7 seconds. We'll go to that. And yeah, if we lose to the Rockets again or just get eliminated, I might have to call it GG's, man, because... if we can't take down the Rockets for a 4th time, I don't know. It's just not really in the cards, I guess. Jaren Jackson still winning Defensive Player of the Year awards is really cool to see, I guess. I think that might have been the first one I've seen him win in this video. But second seed in the East again. We all know we've been to this part before. We had to play the Magic in round 1. If you take a look at the player stats at this point in the video, yeah, 24 from Trae Young. Nick Smith Jr. has clearly kind of taken over, though, with 25, 17, 16, and then 9. So... here it is, man. Now or never. Someone come around against Orlando, and we get swept in round 1. All right, boys. Calling it Jeej. I'm calling it Jeej there, man. We've got to the finals so many times, and the Rockets, it's going to keep dominating, man. The Rockets are about to win another one, so I don't even think we would have won even if we got there. So I'm going to call it there, and the Rockets now have officially won, what is it, their 6th straight championship or something like that. Shout out to Victor Wembanyama and whatever else they decided to get over there. Good team in Houston there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.